you'll get the beginning of this as being the Kia, so, or the Subaru, so you'll see where we're at in the Subaru, waiting for more tools.
Perpetual. I'm going to spray paint that somewhere on the Subaru, waiting for more tools.
You have an update on vehicles. This is a video that's in process, including the wonderful things that dirt buildup will do to your balance. But tires and brakes. So basically, and looking at suspension components and that kind of stuff to figure out the lift kit, what we're going to need, all that needs to be replaced when we do the lift on it. Then we have Val here, who still magically leaks transmission fluid from who knows where because I fixed everything. So
it's being an AMC.
It's pretending it's English.
It's being an AMC. That's what they do.
They always leak. So,
you think I'm fixed?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to fill it up and check it again. But otherwise, it's doing just fine. I haven't driven it over the summer because it's hot. and it gets very hot. Don't mind the tools I'm carrying back. Kia is still in process. I've got everything I should need. Don't step in the hole. There you go. You stepped in the hole. But to fix the brake line, because it's the hard line here, and I got the soft lines for both sides on front. So we'll do those, and hopefully it'll have brakes again.
That's what we said about the Subaru, though, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, that was supposed to be fixed by now.
That was supposed to be sold by now.
Well, the Subaru was supposed to be sold by now. The Kia was supposed to be fixed by now.
Yeah.
It's only my fall vehicle. We have the Taurus over here. Its main problem is the air conditioning compressor locked up. And so we have decided to bought a bypass. So we're going to bypass the AC, remove the compressor, bypass the AC, and get it back on the road for, spring, fall, and summer driving.
It'll be 440 AC.
Yep. Eventually we'll get a new AC compressor for it, but yeah, the thing detonated, so we can't just replace the compressor. We have to get all the parts, and we don't have the time, the money, or all the equipment we need for that.
Yep.
So, bypass trick.
Yes, we are backyard mechanics after all.
There's a lack of information on how to bypass this. There's stuff where you can bypass the other engine setups, but this one has the higher output engine, and you can't just bypass it without removing and changing layout of pulleys and tensioners and stuff. But you can get these kits, so show that because there's lots of stuff on the other engines, not a whole lot on this engine.
So yeah, we'll have that shown later.
And then finally take the tools in. Open the door without spilling the drink. Put the lights on. Because, of course, we have Miss Tools a lot over here. Waiting on Tools to do the boring so I can get a bolt in it so it doesn't blow the head gasket it hadn't blown yet. And then this was supposed to be our video for this week. And I got in here, my 94 Regal Grand Sport. The alternator from 1994 finally gave up. So I've been trying to order an alternator. That way I can fix the fan relay and the fluid level sensor. But can't really do that till I have electricity.
So yeah, that's what's going to be coming next on this one.
Yeah. So I have a alternator ordered ordered directly from Bosch. Supposed to still be made in America. They're back ordered. I'll see if I'll ever get it. We're talking about possibly going to a pick and pull that's in this region. About an hour and a half away, but it's the closest one we've got, really. And maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find one with lowish miles and just grab that alternator and make that work until I can get the new one.
I've also tried to talk him into repairing the alternator because there's a way you can repair it.
Yeah, I could get a rebuild kit, but it's time consuming, so that would be once we get caught on a project. The tire rack's back up. Kit had time to do it, so he got it back up. I still have to buy some strapping so I can reinforce it so we can get all the tires up. Other than these, the Mazda wheels are going to be for sale. If you're watching this video and you need a set of Miata wheels, the Daisies, with tires, the tires are pretty much new. The wheels are in pretty good shape. It has the hubcaps. They're in pretty good shape. And I've got stuff to finish cleaning them up. I just hadn't had time. But if you need them, let us know. They are for sale. And I might even trade for parts if you have stuff for Jeeps or Buicks or Toyotas.
I'll put a...
Or if you have an engine you really want to get rid of for a Subaru, for tires.
Yeah, if you check our homepage, you can click the email link, or I'll put a link up in the video description to an email.
And I still have this one that blew up in spring of 15, blew the fuel tank up. And at some point I'm going to get time to clean it off and actually get into it and probably get it fired up again.
This is like a vice grip garage thing at this point.
I can get it running. It's going to do worse than it did before. When it died, it got about 4 miles to the gallon in gas. And then about 20 miles to the gallon on oil.
So yeah, we're going to fix the engine and we'll fix this thing and get it running.
Get it fired first, get it running again, then decide what I'm going to do with the engine. Because it needs a rebuild, because its rings are gone. It runs, but yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll figure whether we send it out or something. Anyways.
It wasn't quite that bad on oil. It's about proper to be a 2-cycle engine.
Okay. All right. Get it going. Move.
Well.
Keep it moving. You're repeating yourself.
Then we have the Riata, which if we ever get the bay back so we can get it up, we need to go through the electronics on it, go through the seals, change the plugs and wires, figure out where it's shorting out, what ground's shorting, what ground's failed. Probably going to be a body ground that's failed. And then get the brakes figured out. I think it's going to need soft lines, but we figure out what it needs. So, bunch to do with it. If we ever get time.
Exhaust.
That's right, the exhaust. Apparently we got a package delivered to the garage.
Duggan.
And then still looking for a good vehicle, a good donor transmission for this. Been on the lookout and not seen anything with a price that'll work with low enough miles on it to buy a vehicle to pull it out of. And not really seen any for sale that are at a price that'll work for us to be able to use this for our lemons.
Yep.
So that's still in the works. It runs and drives. There's not really any problems currently, other than the fact the transmission clutches are about gone. So, and we're still running towards getting another vehicle, doing the parts, possibly doing a rebuild on the transmission, put it in the other vehicle, selling the other vehicle, because then you have all that comes out of the cost of this car.
True.
So,
okay.
And I think that's it, other than I think there's some little thing that might be done with the red Scion, but I cannot remember. That was a kit project, and there's something he's trying to find parts to do a fix on it, and it's going to be an interior fix.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on the red Scion. He may do that, he may not. We're not going to guarantee he does that.
And it's going to be dependent on finding parts of the junkyard.
Pretty much.
So,
all right.
So that's it for now. So until next time, like, share, subscribe, and have a good one.